Welcome, 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 my friend. Oh my goodness, I am so excited today. We're going to create a box using the Slimline dies. So let me flip the screen and I'll show you what we're going to create. So I'm going to create the box today, and I have a video for you for the florals. So these are the garden lily, and they're created with paper. So I'll add the link into the description so that you can learn how to create those too. And we've got some vellum ones as well. Aren't these beautiful? So there's a video on how to create the vellum. So I'll add that link into the description too. Friend, if you know me, you will know that I absolutely love to create gift boxes. So I want to be able to allow you to be able to make your own too, very quickly, very easily. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to make the top and the bottom first. Okay, so I'm using the Slim Elegant Rectangle die, and what we're going to do is I've got one made here already. What we're going to do is we are going to cut out of white card the outer die. Okay, so this die we're going to cut in white paper, white card. Okay, let me move this one. And then I'm going to use the garden lily paper. You can absolutely use this using any papers that you've got, and any florals as well. But you could put them on top. Just the choice is yours. So I have a piece of the garden lily paper, and then I'm going to use the decorative piece, and I am going to cut a piece in gold and a piece in white. So let's glue all this together, and drop in the comments what kind of things you love to create. For those of you who know me, you know that I love to look at stamps, well, dies, and see how we can create something with them that it wasn't designed for. Because I don't know about you, but one of the things that I love to do is to make the most of my crafty stash. And this showed us by being able to create a box as well as a card. So this is a card using the same stamp and die, and here's the vellum lilies this time. So one of the things that I also like to do is to create coordinating gift boxes and cards as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this together, and I'm just going to put some glue onto the big pieces and then across this bar around along here. And I'm using a fine metal tip on my dry clear glue to do this. And then I'm just going to lay this on to my gold, but I'm just going to create that shadow, so I'm not adhering it straight on. It's going to have that drop shadow to it. Okay, like so. And then we're just going to glue that onto our base or lid, like so. So we need two of these, one for the top and one for the bottom of our box. Whoops. Now don't worry, because this is dry clear glue. So if I've got glue like I have here, it's going to dry clear. But I have got it off. There we go. Okay, so we've got two of those. One's going to be the top and one's going to be the base. Now then, what we're going to do now is cut a piece of white card and a piece of the paper pad using these two pieces. So these are going to mat and lay, and we're just going to glue those two together like so. And this is just going to create some depth and dimension on our box. So this is going to be this piece here on the lid. Now you could do it without that, absolutely. And then I'm just going to put some 3D pads on here, and I'm putting so many on because this is going to take the flowers, so I don't want it to bend and give. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is to create our box. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of card and we're going to cut it. This is for the top, so this is the top of the box, 11 9/16 of an inch by 6 3/16 of an inch. Okay, and you're going to score it 2 inches on all sides. So you're going to go 2 inches there, turn it round, 2 inches, turn it round, 2 inches, turn it round, and 2 inches. Okay, and then you're going to use a piece for the base, which is 11.5 by 6 3/4 of an inch, and you're going to do the same and score on all the sides. Now you will notice that the top is 1/16 of an inch bigger than the base. That's because we are going to have the box so that it slides on top like so, and that just gives a nice fit. That 1/16 of an inch difference gives a really lovely fit for our box. So we're going to create the boxes, and what you're going to do is for both the top and the bottom, we're going to create these little tabs. So we're going to cut down the score line like so. Let me move the box out of the way. And then you're going to just create cut a triangle, so you're creating a tab, and you'll do this on all 4 corners. And then what we're going to do is fold along the score lines. Now, to get a really good score line, you can burnish it with your bone folder tool. I'm just going to use my hands, and then what we're going to do is we're going to glue each of the corners together. So you'll do the same for the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to put my glue on my corners, on my tabs, and then I'm going to come in and line those up like so, and press down, line it up and press down. There we go, line that one up and press it down, and again with my last one. So you're going to do that with the top and the bottom so that you have the 2 pieces. And then what we're going to do is, so I've already done the top and the bottom here, you're going to put them together like so. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take 2 strips of paper. So I'm using this gorgeous piece pattern on my corners of my boxes. So you'll see here that that goes around the corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my paper on the edge and fold it around like so. And then I've got an overlap here, and that's because I want to have a seamless join. So I'm just going to trim this down like so, and I'm going to fold along my lines. Now you could absolutely measure and score with a scoreboard, excuse me, but this is the way that I personally like to do it best. So what we'll do now is we will glue that on. So I'm just taking my dryest clear glue, adding some glue on, and then we will come back in and pop that in place like so. There we go. And then we'll do the other side. So that's on there like so. And then what we'll do is the other side. So I'm going to start with my paper, and I'm going to just come onto this side and cover this up. So I'm going to start on the edge. I'm going to fold, and then I am just going to, what we could do is we could fold it and trim it, or we can just trim it when it's glued on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue. And we're just going to pop this onto the side like so. There we go. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to come in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut along the edge of my box and trim that down. So we now have a lovely fit wrap around for our top of our box. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our top and our bottom. And what we're going to do is we are going to glue on our box onto the one we're going to use for the bottom. Okay, so you want to line it up using that eyeballing technique. So it's kind of, so each corner is in that place in this leaf that's poking out of the design. So I'm going to come with my glue and put it on the bottom of my box. Be careful not to go over the edge so it glues your box together. And then I'm just going to place that on to my base like so, line it up. So we're going to be in the center like so, and then just press it down. Okay, come onto the, turn it over, give it a rub so we get a good seal. And then we're going to do the same with the lid, and we're just going to put some glue on the top. Now my friend, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and you will be notified when I upload some videos. And there's lots more to come. So I'm excited that we can craft together, that we can share some crafty techniques together. I'm just going to add some more glue. I wanted some movement because I didn't have it quite in place. So let's just, there we go. So I'm kind of looking down my box to make sure that I've got that centrally and in a good place, and it wasn't quite central, it was overlapping. There we go. No. There we go. Right, so we've got that down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and take this piece and glue that down into the center. Okay, now if your 3D foam dots or 3D pads don't have a tab that allow you to just peel them away, a great tip is put your nail into the foam and peel away. It kind of pops up off it. And I like to add some glue so that I've got some movement, so that if I need to move it, I can. Okay, so that is our box all created. Isn't it beautiful? One of the things that I did add to my other box was some pearl beading. So what I'm going to do is, this is it's on like a sticky back, and I'm just going to peel it away, and then I'm going to run around the bottom of my box and just glue that into place like so. So that just is a self-adhesive pearl strip. There we go. And I'd do that all the way around the box. Need another piece. So this actually comes, I've cut these into strips. This actually comes on a large sheet. And it's just a very quick and easy way of just finishing off and not leaving that raw edge. Okay. Now I know you're going to ask me where I got them from, and I just got them off eBay. You'll see there's lots on there, so whichever one works best for you is perfect. Okay, so I've just got this little corner to fill in. Give that a trim. I'm a bit out of shot, so I've just got a little bit corner here, and I'm just going to snip that off because I only need 2. So we'll come back in and add that like so. Okay, so we have our beading. Now the next thing to do is to add our florals. Now, as you can see on this box, I have a raised floral. I don't know if you can see in the middle here, but I have got a foam pad, a piece of card, and some hot glue with the flower on top of it. So that gives it its dimension and raises it up above the others. Okay, so I've got a piece of card with a foam dot, and I'm going to use the really large one for the center, and then we're going to have 2 medium florals, and then we are going to have 4 yellow ones. Now again, if these are something that you would like to create, I've got a tutorial on how to make these flowers, and I will add that into the description so that you can do so. Now we also need our leaves. And what we're going to do is we're going to add those to our base top first. Now then, I just need to find my other leaves. Here we go. So I'm going to use 3 on this side like so. And then I'm going to use 3 on this side as well. So we're using 6 in total. And then what we'll do is we will glue those down. So what we can do is we can take them all off and we can glue them back on. Or you could just put some glue over and around them there. Now I want to make sure that I have room for my flowers. So let's just test this. I'm going to put those there and those there. So you can see I don't want to come over the full edge of the box. Okay, so we're just going to overlap them. No one's going to see any of this underneath. So while it might look overloaded, a bit of a mess, don't worry, it's okay. It's not going to look like that at the end. Okay. Friend, I really appreciate you being here. This is a long project to create, and I know that there are lots of you that love to create boxes. So I'm excited that we get to do this together. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece of card and I'm going to put some hot glue on the bottom like so, and I'm going to let that dry. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to lay my flowers in place. So these are going to go here, so let's glue those in like so, because I want to put the large one in at the end. There we go. So this is going to sit at the top like so. So I'm going to put some glue on there, and then I'm going to kind of let it dry and put some more on so that I'm building up some depth. There we go. And then that will fit in there with our flowers like so. Now you're going to need to hold them so that they are in place where you want them, just until that glue grabs and dries, like so. So we've got those 3 like that, and then we're going to put these lovely little yellow ones in on the sides. So I'm just going to put some hot glue in, put those in like so, and then this one in as well. Then we'll turn it round and do the same thing on the other side. Now all this glue is very hot, so it's not, there we go. And then put that one in there as well. And there you have your box, all beautifully decorated, perfect for any occasion. And you could absolutely make a coordinating card as well. So I've made a card here, but I've got the vellum lilies on there this time. So the choice is yours, and I'm so thankful that you have joined me today, and we have created a fantastic box that I hope you love, and I hope your friends and family that you make them for will love too. Friend, hit like, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again soon. Happy crafting. Bye.